are, folks. It's finally happened. Wild Adventure Campers has finally got home after spending this week painting the floors, painting the walls, setting up my benches, lighting, a few other things. We've got a couple of little touches to do, alarm system, cameras, that kind of thing. I want to stick a carport on the plot of land at the side. But yes, we now have a base to start building some incredible adventure vehicles from. So watch this space. After the last few weeks of getting the unit ready, all secured, cameras, everything else, floor painted, walls painted, all my benches kit out, all my equipment and everything, we're ready to make a start on making some amazing adventure campers in my new unit. So we're going to start with this, the next Berlingo, which I've told you about already. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Right, before I start, I'm going to be honest with something here, and that is that at this point I still haven't actually decided what I'm going to do with the interior. The sensible side of me says we should just copy the last layout because it was a hit and it sold in 24 hours. But the creative side of me wants to do something different. I'd quite like to make a range of maybe 4 different layouts, like a fixed rock and roll bed that can seat 4, layout like I did last time with 2 seats and sleeps 1. One like I did for my friend with a double bed that sleeps 2 but has less storage inside, so maybe has to have some features on the exterior for that. Yeah, I'm unsure yet, so at the moment I'm just going to get it stripped out, get the floor down, have a look at whether it's going to be possible to insulate the ceiling. I'm not convinced. And also, I've still got a little bit of a leak coming at the front, which I think is where I've disturbed the aerial. When I was painting the front where I treated and sorted out all the rust, I thought I'd take the aerial off so that I didn't have to mask around it. And I just assumed the aerial would come off from the top somehow, so I tried unscrewing it. Anyway, ham-fisted me, I've disrupted something, and now it seems like there's a hole where the cable obviously comes down from the aerial, which is accessible to rainwater. So when it's pointing in a certain direction, rainwater's running down this hole and I'm still getting a drip. So I think I'm going to have to strip the front of the headlining out regardless to get to where the inside of that aerial fits. So that's a pain in the butt, but I suppose in the process of doing that, I'm going to get a full understanding of whether I can actually insulate the ceiling. But let's see. I'm not going to get defeated at the first hurdle because I'm definitely going to turn this into something cool. But I really would like to do something different to the last one. One idea that's come to me as well is that I'm just going to buy a breaker Citroën Berlingo and kind of use it as like a rolling template. From that base vehicle then, I can make the templates to make all different kinds of layouts. I'll then break all the spare parts off it, as it seems like I'll be doing a lot of these and often need spare parts. Box all the spare parts, maybe put some pigeonholes up here that I can keep the spare parts, and then scrap that base vehicle. And then maybe do the same thing again with like a Transit Connect or a Fiat Doblo, because I can definitely pick breakers up all day long of this kind of vehicle for a couple of £100. And I do have space at the side of the unit here to park 2 scrap cars. So yeah, right, tee up and start getting stripped out. So I've got all the front of the ceiling down, which was quite entertaining. There's electrics in there because as part of the rear aircon unit is attached up there, as well as all the lights and everything, but I've got it down and I've been able to now expose the nut on the inside of the headlining for this aerial. So I've taken off the aerial. I'm going to reseal this in with some 𝐾𝐭, stick that back down and tighten it up nice and tight. I'm fairly certain that is the cause of the leak. However, this also doesn't seem right. So, if you don't know the Citroën Berlingo, it's a funny old car. There's nothing cool about it. It's like the car that your nan buys to take her mates to the Salvation Army. And yet, despite its goofy looks and the fact that it's just a boring looking car from the outside, on the inside it's full of all these little quirks that make it so versatile, and you just can't help thinking it's cool once you're in it, despite what it looks like on the outside. So it's because of this fact alone that I'm forgiving the fact that there's clearly some build quality issues with this car at the production line. As I've showed you already, the way that this centerpiece is cut out by hand and then slotted in certain models and then sealed up really badly was appalling. I've since found out from the forum that actually there was a recall on a lot of these for that very reason, prone to leaking in the corner. So obviously I'm almost 99% certain that my ham-fisted approach to fixing this and ragging the aerial about has caused the problem. The drips that I've seen are all directly in this area. But I just don't like that. Looking inside it, it does look like the actual bond of the windscreen is complete. But why? Why is that like that? I don't like that. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm also going to fill all of this top gutter with 𝐶𝐿 and stick this bond down, this seal down. But I'm also kind of tempted to pour some water over the front of that so I can see first whether that causes a problem. So it looks like today has been a lot of wasted time faffing around with this, really, which is a shame, because even though I'm not really in a rush like last time to get this one turned around, we only took out a month's cover on the insurance on this. So really I've got literally about 10 days left to get it finished before I can't then actually take it out to give anyone a test drive in it without reinsuring it, which I guess I could just get another temporary cover now. So yes, I could have done without a day faffing around with this today, but at least it's given me time to get my brain ticking and thinking about layout options. So let's get this damn thing sorted out, and we'll get caught back up soon.
Time taken so far, 7 hours.
Good morning, campers. Right, after a manic morning, it's been a manic week really actually, because Jen's in Spain with her mum at the moment, taking her away for a surprise birthday holiday. Anyway, finally we're back on our way to the studio. I've got the pack in the back including the granddaughter dog, who seems to be with me pretty much every day just lately. Now today is a bit of a stressful day actually, because I've come to realise that this Berlingo is a little bit of a problem. I'm not happy with the idea of not thoroughly insulating that ceiling. So all of that complicated plastic arrangement that makes up all the cool little cubby holes and everything in the Berlingo, it's got to come down, and I've got to either be able to put some insulation above it and get it back on. That's the perfect scenario, which is going to be a real pain in the butt, or I've got to insulate it and construct a whole new ceiling, making reveals to go round all those lovely skylights, which I thought was such a nice feature, are such a nice feature, but really complicate the job. So today's going to be a complicated day. So I have taken some time to get my head straight. I'm now going to take you over to the unit, and we're going to see just how much of a job this can possibly be. That's the essentials done. Time now to try and get my head around what we're going to do with this headlining situation. I know it's not going to be easy. This is going to be a real challenge. I imagine just taking it off is going to be fun in its own right. But before I get started, I better get in some work clothes, because Jen's other name is the work clothes police, and if she sees this video and sees me working, not in my work gear, I'm dead meat. Okay, right, after not that long actually, only about an hour, it's taken me to take all the panels off that can be removed. I've come up with an answer to the mysterious construction of these with the 5 sunroofs. Basically, this whole piece here is pressed in to a hole that's cut out of the roof from the inside, which is why we've had the issue with the leak at the front, which is now fixed. Basically, when this is built, they cut out a rectangular hole in the middle. It must be awkward, bring this in at kind of an angle and then push it up and bond it in. This cannot be removed. This is part of that center section of roof. So getting any insulation above that is not an option. There's no void up there. I can stuff all of this, can fill all of this, but this piece, that is the roof. Now, one positive is that this isn't metal, obviously. I thought it was fiberglass. It's not fiberglass, it's some form of plastic. So this actually, I'd be interested to do a test. I don't have my infrared thermometer, but you can just tell by feel, by touch, that the metal side of the van is much colder than this side of the van. So therefore it's not going to conduct cold or heat through it as well. So that's, I guess, a slight benefit. But what I'm now thinking, because I would like, now I've seen this, well, I've got 2 options. I can either now frame this out in such a way that I can put an inch of kingspan or an inch of some other form of insulation, recycled bottle material or something, above that, and then clad it and carpet line it. It's an option. Or what I would prefer to do would be to put all these really cool and convenient little cubby hole pieces, the 2 at the front, the section in the middle, and this. Obviously the aircon unit's got to go back up regardless, so that is really going to complicate any kind of, it's not an aircon unit, I just realised actually, it's just a fan blower. Which might be a little bit useless really, with this not being a car that's going to carry passengers in the back. It would possibly be more beneficial if this was actually wired up to the leisure battery, so that it could be used to circulate air in the back without running the drive battery flat. Maybe, I don't know. But that's got to go back up, unless we decided to be rid of it fully. But what I'm thinking now is that maybe this can be clad with some other, I have seen something, I forget the name of it now, type of reflective, I've seen this self-adhesive reflective insulation that has like a sound deadening and also U value rated layer on it as well. It's expensive, although there's not a lot to do. I'm wondering whether that could be adhered to that before all the other pieces get put in. So we could stuff everything anywhere where we can possibly get any expanding foam or some bubble, some recycled bottle insulation stuffed in, particularly along all these metal pieces. Then clad this with this other insulation layer that I saw. I will look tonight and see if I can, or well in a second, see if I can find out what that stuff's called. Then attach everything else, and then I'm thinking possibly we can look at the shape that we've got left. So certainly this section that's got the fan in it, it does have a storage void in it, but we could blank that off and just fill that with insulation as well. You've got the little thing that pops down here for storage, but I could certainly line that out with something at the top, possibly thicker than what's already up there, and still retain some kind of storage feature. And then basically all that will then be left is this section with the skylights in, which we're going to need something for them anyway. Usually, in my overland, I just have some foil screens that go over them. They slide under the little piece that slides out over them. But I'm thinking some kind of thermal blind that just pulled out and pulled across could be an option. I do think that we can cover this in something that's going to improve the insulation value, and then make some kind of screen or perhaps even a perspex secondary glazing layer or something over what's left to further reduce the loss of heat through the top. So it's not as drastic a situation as I thought, so that's good.
Time taken so far, 10 hours.
Okay, so we've now got every piece of interior panelling that can be taken off has been taken off. We've now also got a clear plan of how we can fill every void with insulation, panel certain sections with insulation. I'm going to drill a few holes in hard to reach areas so that I can inject it with expanding, low volume expanding foam. There's the centre section here which we're going to clad with this sound deadening U-value rated foil backed self-adhesive cladding. We'll then put it all back together and have a look at how I can make some kind of thermal screens for the centre sections, which I'm thinking I'll probably use the excess sound deadening stuff that I get as well. One thing's for sure, when this is all built back together, this is going to be one of the quietest cars to drive in, because it is literally going to have every void filled. And also, once this is all done, before I sell this, I'm going to take this out on a cold night and put it to the test. So yeah, there we go. That's all I can really do for today. It's not taken half as long as I thought. I'm just going to hope I can remember how to put it all back together.